Goals for per game, 4.44. Oh, yeah. Goals against per game, 2.16. Oh, yeah. Power play percentage, 35.9. And then oh my God. Well, that's going to happen after you go 16 in a row. Jesus. That's amazing. All right, Utah, we are back. And it's time for us to continue our Year 6 season simulation with your Utah Yeti. And what a start to the year. With 55 points, we are tied with the Detroit Red Wings for the lead in the NHL. I didn't even realize this, but my fan art pointed it out for me. The Utah Yeti tied the single season winning streak record with 17. We tied the 1992-1993 Pittsburgh Penguins with 17 games in a row. So what a calendar year we've been having, right? Or the last 365 days at least. Stanley Cup. Jared Vesey set a record for the most goals in the playoffs. I think he's third all time now. We're in the hunt for the President's Trophy, and we just tied the single season winning streak record. I mean, we are doing great things here in Utah. We parted ways with Quinn Hughes and Karpatsev in the offseason, but yet this team is still playing so well. And in this video, we are going to take it past the trade deadline up to the playoffs. Hopefully, we don't have much to do. But before we do that, I was reading your comments, and you guys were saying that the summary at the beginning of the video was actually great for world building. It could be a little bit shorter, so I can definitely take some teams out of there. But there's also other things that we can do, right? So I can show you guys right now in year number 6 who the best players in the NHL are. And at 32 years of age, it is still Connor McDavid, Austin Matthews, and this is what I'm talking about with this EA Sports overall, like their custom rosters. It's going to be really hard to get any computer AI generated prospects that you pick up in the NHL entry draft to get up there to 96 overall. So these guys are now into their mid 30s. They're going to start dropping off, but here are all the best players. There's Connor Bedard at 24 years of age, 95 overall. Jared Vesey at 21 years of age up to 94. So he's right there, ladies and gentlemen. He really is. Best defenseman in the NHL, Cale Makar, Quinn Hughes, Adam Fox, Charlie McAvoy, these guys. Where's Kurtz? There is Talander and Grossman, who went second and third. Kurtz, where's Kurtz? Did I pass him? 87. No, he's here somewhere. There you go. Just got to get him up a little bit more. His price tag, 8.750. We'll see if that ends up being the right call or not. But the reason I brought up this screen is because we are doing some pre-scouting, and I can't believe I'm thinking about doing this, but it's almost too good to pass up. We sorted by age to see where Matt Zuccarello went, and yes, he's still playing in the NHL with the Tampa Bay Lightning. 25 points in 33 games played. This guy just will not retire. But there's another player who I didn't trade for last season. We went on to win the Stanley Cup. He did not retire. And Chase Davison of the Minnesota Wild signed him. He's playing in the AHL for the Minnesota Wild. Sidney Crosby, 77 overall. Now, the stats do not look good. The poise at 95 is fantastic. I was thinking about getting some playoff depth for this year's run. But most importantly, if we're setting records this year, if we are becoming that team that all of a sudden has all of the focus and attention on them just because we keep on finding the next accomplishment and the next accomplishment. Take a look at the bottom. Sidney Crosby's career point totals. He's got 1,998 points in 1,637 games. You're telling me he came back for one more year and they're not even playing him in the NHL to try to get those 2 points? Sid the Kid Crosby deserves better. So GM Superb Man is going to make a trade for Sidney Crosby. Hang on a second. Trade for asset. And we're going to play him in the regular season so we can get those 2 extra points and finish his career, possibly with another Stanley Cup with the Utah Yeti and getting 2,000 points. That's right. I am doing it. I wasn't going to trade for him last year because he was still on the Pittsburgh Penguins, but I am not allowing Crosby to end his career in the AHL under Chase Davison. Get the hell out of here. Now, we already tried a fine trade option. Chase wanted a third rounder. It's a little bit much, but considering that things have gone our way and not in the way for Chase Davidson and the Minnesota Wild, he pushed a hard bargain here on me. So I'm not going to try to fleece the system. A third round pick for Sid the Kid Crosby. Will it go through? Yes, trade accepted. So Minnesota and Utah once again make another trade, and your Yeti acquire Pittsburgh legend, Canadian legend, I should say, Sidney Crosby, baby. Is he already up on the team? He's in the system, right, Crosby? Where is he? Oh, is he on the team? Do we play him on the team immediately? He immediately comes up to the team. Let's go. Let's go. The game knew he deserves to be on the team. All right, so I am going to put him on the 4th line. All right. Do you think there's any danger that he won't get 2 more points in the rest of the season? Should I put him up on the 1st line for 1 game? Hang on a second. Maybe we could come up with a real good real-time simulation and jump in there for a Crosby game and put him on the 1st line, right? What's his face-off? Just for 1 game. Yeah, replace him with Cooley for 1 game. Hang on. Up against the Seattle Kraken. It'd be nice if we had a game against Pittsburgh in one of these games. Hang on. Pittsburgh. No, it doesn't look like we got Pittsburgh anytime soon. All the way down there. That'd be a nice return game for Crosby, but he's more than likely going to get 2 points. So, here's what we'll do. We'll leave Crosby on the 4th line for the simulation. If for some miracle he doesn't get 2 points by that Pittsburgh game, I'll put him on the 1st line, give him 1st line power play time, and we'll see if we can create that magical moment, all right? But for right now, I'm going to leave him on the 4th line. So let's see what that does to our roster. Now, here's what's interesting. I did want to play Tukkonen. Right? Now, he has been scratched for Crosby. I'm just wondering if I should be scratching Crosby because I did pick him up for the playoffs here. I might as well play him, right? I might as well play him. Is Crosby now on the penalty kill, or was that Tukkonen? I don't think I had Tukkonen. No, I didn't have Tukkonen there. That's fine. 87, John. Crosby's number's not 87. Okay, hang on. Yeah, that's a good call. We got to have him in number 87. Can't be anything else, right? Captains and jerseys. There's nobody else on our team with 87, is it? Crosby, where are you? Crosby. He is number 87, ladies and gentlemen. No worries whatsoever. Sid the Kid Crosby has his 87 overall. All right, so roster moves. So would you guys be all right with sending Tukkonen down? I mean, I want to get him some playing time, and if he's not playing because Crosby's playing now, send him down. He is, oh, did he already get sent down? Yeah, he already got sent down. Tukkonen's already got sent down. There you go. So he is 75 overall. He's down there in the minors. That's fine. Okay, so let me go back to line changes. Let me see the AHL squad here for a second. I'm going to go best lines again. Angelitis is loving the fact that Brisson and Kako are up here. I just have these guys for not trade bait necessarily, but injury depth. If come playoff time it doesn't work out, so be it. All right, so Tukkonen, I want to move, move him up to the 1st line. There you go. Brisson, you can play on the wing. There you go. All right, and I want to make sure that Larson is getting the ice time down here. Okay, so good luck with that lineup, Isaiah Angelitis. Oh, and there was another thing I wanted to bring up. So I've been seeing in the comments section that I'm cheesing the system by paying these guys 8 years, right? You guys are saying, well, what the hell? Why would these guys want to lock up? See, I have an argument for this, though. I am identifying talent that might not grow had they not been selected by the Utah Yetis. You guys got to remember, our AHL head coach and our NHL head coach both have A+. These guys are projected to go in the 3rd or 4th round. We took them in the 2nd round because I uncovered their potential. But it's not like these guys are bona fide 1st-round talent that know they have a future in the NHL. I mean, I'll go to Gonchar on the Columbus Blue Jackets. Let's see, I haven't taken a look at Gonchar in a while. Where is Sergei Gonchar? Hasn't made the NHL lineup yet in the system. There you go. So without the development, that's what they could end up becoming. And then when they lock in at 25, 26 years of age at medium top 9 with no contracts, they're not going to get paid. So the deal for me is real simple. If you can work on this team and you want to commit to us long term, I will play you and I will develop you. And then when you're in your late 20s, early 30s, you can cash in on a big time contract. So the only reason these guys are growing is because I am playing them. If they wanted more money, then I wouldn't play them and I'd move on from them. So I get your argument about it being cheap, but we have been drafting players and developing players that go deeper in the draft, and this is what you get from it, right? The guys like Kurtz, he wanted $9 million. Cooley wanted $9 million. Veshy wanted like $12 million. The top players want that much, but the players, the journeymen that you develop and you give time to lock them in long-term on team-friendly contracts, I don't think that's a bad idea whatsoever. I don't think that's cheese, because if I didn't do it, the players wouldn't grow anyways, all right? So, Crosby face-offs. Should we put Crosby as the 4th line center? I guess we could do that. Yeah, sure. Hang on a second. Monahan could play the wing, right? Can he play the wing as well? Yeah, Monahan can play the wing. There you go. Crosby faceoffs at 88. So now I got 2 faceoff guys for the playoffs. Monahan 87, Crosby 88. Maybe some penalty kill. I don't know what I'm going to do there with it. But Crosby, you're not getting any power play time, not getting any penalty kill time. We're just going to go ahead with it, all right? So, no more changes, ladies and gentlemen. Let us just continue the simulation. We had the 17-game winning streak broken up by the Buffalo Sabres, and then we actually lost 2 in a row there. But since then, 2 wins. Win, loss, win. Yeah, we're still doing great. So I guess the question this year is, can we win the President's Trophy? We are up against the Detroit Red Wings, and also we have the first rounder from the New York Islanders, who seem to be simulating very well. So let's get back to the season simulation. Up against the Seattle Kraken, the dark horse Seattle Kraken. With all that deep center core, that's a victory. The Winnipeg Jets, the site of the almost reverse sweep last year in the playoffs. So it would have been brutal, and they beat us 2-0. The Nashville Predators, where Nabokov got the 5-minute major for hooking Jake Ottinger in Game 4. Oh my God. That's a 4-2 victory. Ola Pettersson is back. He was in there for Larson. I want to make sure I'm playing Larson. So Isaiah Angelitis, those guys are getting injured. Whoever replaces, they can come up then. Because I really don't have anyone down there in the AHL that I'm thinking, ooh, he's going to be a defenseman of the future. Next up, we got the Ottawa. No, are you effing kidding me? Are they 28? Oh my God, they are dead last in the NHL again. There's no way they're going to get 4 first overall picks in a row. Hang on, let's take a look to see if they even have their pick. What the hell are Ottawa doing? They must not have a good head coach or something, man. Brady Tkachuk left there. Timmy Stützle's going to leave there soon. He's going to be a UFA in 2 years. What the hell? You're losing it. Let's see, their draft picks. They do. They have their first for this year. They're holding on to it. Oh, my God. Well, now, I've done a little bit more scouting. Can we look at the draft class? I don't think it's going to be enough yet. It's going to be April when we can really take a look. Yeah, there's not going to be much in there. But right wing Hartkinen, a center, maybe. I mean, it's going to be a good player no matter what. Yeah, there's nothing really to pick out just yet. So let's just go back and continue the simulation. Oh my God. The first overall picks are all snipers. Oh yeah, because I did get the player type. I should have looked at that. They were all snipers? Man. So a sniper heavy draft this year. So big game up against Bear Ernie and the Ottawa Senators, and that's a 4-1 victory. No problem whatsoever. LA Kings, they're a mess of a team. I looked at that roster. They're just going nowhere. Dallas. Now I expect Dallas to be better. Korostin, that defenseman that they moved up at 6th overall, but I guess not. They are below 500. Bury them. 4-2 loss. That's a big win for the Dallas Stars. Back-to-back against the St. Louis Blues with a good record of 24, 12, and 3. Let's see what we got here. Back-to-back, one at home, one on the road. That's we got 3 points out of it. 5-3, and they only got 2 points out of it, and a 7-6 loss. So we're definitely still scoring goals. The Colorado Avalanche, bury them. I don't want McKinnon or Makar in the playoffs. There you go. Give them 1 point, so be it. Next up, the Seattle Kraken, 19, 18, and 8. So they're starting to drop off. Oh my God, Edmonton. I knew it. Nicholas Robertson at $11.5 million. That wasn't going to be the answer. You needed depth. The Oilers, the Olders. They call them the Olders. They're not going anywhere here. Oh, good God Almighty. And then a big game against Detroit. Swayman's been injured with a bruised hand. His estimated return is February 15th. Hines, buddy, it is time. Replace player. Hang on a second. Oh, there's back-to-back wins. 6-1 victory against the Kraken and a 5-4 victory against the Olders. Let's go up against the Detroit Red Wings. All right, so that's a big injury. We're going to lose him. Thank God we got the All-Star break. It's not that bad. But taking shots at our President's Trophy situation. 33 goals for Jared Is he going to get 60 this year? What is that line doing? 72 points for your Yeti, and the Red Wings have 65. Okay, what was I going to do? Yes, goaltender. Swayman just got injured. Check Crosby, right? Oh, yeah, Crosby. So, ladies and gentlemen, I haven't been tracking it. Has Sidney Crosby been able to get to 2,000 points? 5 assists. It's official with the Utah Yeti, and that's the key. With the Utah Yeti, Sidney Crosby gets 2,000 points in his NHL career. So that's what I'm talking about, right? I want this to be a prestigious franchise. So we just had that moment where Crosby's on the ice and the game comes to a halt. The team gets out there. He takes the picture with the puck. You know, we had that great moment. Congratulations, Sidney Crosby. All right. All right, PR move right there, yeah. 0 shot percentage. Hasn't scored yet. Of course it's going to be 0. Hasn't scored yet. Give the guy a break, all right? He's back in the NHL. He's 5 assists. He's helping us out. The poise back there. And all the young guys in the lineup, like Veshy's looking at Crosby like he's God, you know what I mean? Like, it's great for the lineup. It's absolutely stellar. Okay, so what was I doing again? Goaltending. Hang on a second. So Koronen's in the net. All right. So Koronen, you know what? We're going to give Koronen some ice time here. Yeah, all right. Rasmus Koronen, you're our backup for the playoffs, so why the hell am I sitting you? Up against the Detroit Red Wings with Koronen in the net. So not Swayman, but a president, the two best teams in the NHL, real-time sim, I gotta see. Because this could be, I don't want to get ahead of myself, right, saying Stanley Cup final matchup, but you know what I mean. It's a playoff-bound matchup, a tough team that you'd have to face in the playoffs. Let's see, Palika, all right, 2 offensive defensemen on their first blue line, right? Power play for Utah, goes nowhere. Halfway through the first period. Shots. There you go. Logan Cooley. Going to score on dig. Logan Cooley, Caden Gooley. I'm going to screw up these names, man. Power play for the Detroit Red Wings. It's a long one. Yeah, all right. So who took that power play? Was it a long one or was it just, what are you? Oh, I thought it was Nabokov. Stop with the hooking, Nabokov. But it was Curry. All right. Yeah, I gotta tell Nabokov to start the hooks. He's Agent 47. He's out there with his fiber wire, just taking down players on the ice, man. It's ridiculous. There it is, Josh Doan. A lot of people questioning Josh Doan on this team. You guys got to remember the thing about Josh Doan, he's only getting paid $3 million per year. So if I don't play him on the second line, if I don't play him on the power play line, he is going to drop back down to an 82, 81 overall, right? So it's all right, though. Josh Doan. Oh, shit, they're coming back with goals here. Comfer and Danielson. All of a sudden, it's back to being a 1-goal game here. So only up by 1, and the shots are even, 20-20. Does Swaywall or Bulldog make a difference for us if he's actually in the game, though? Third period underway. Early power play for Detroit. Another early power play for Detroit. A long one in there. I don't know if it was. There it is. Patrick Laine ripping one from the top of the circle. But Casper gets them back in it. Wait a minute. Comfer. Look at the difference that Swayman can do. I don't know. This would have never happened with Swaywall. What? The Corden? Oh, my God. The Detroit Red Wings score 4 unanswered in the third. Yeah, that would never happen with Swayman. Never in his life would that happen with Swayman. All right, check the stats. I guess so. Yeah, Detroit stats. What kind of game did Quinn Hughes have? Quinn Hughes, only 1 point, but a +1. I'm sure he was helping out in a big way. What about the Utah stats? Veshy with 2. Oh no, Coronen. He did face 40 shots. It was good up until the third period and then just went south. Should have started Hines. So we might see a little bit of a losing streak here with our 2 goaltenders, but it is what it is, right? You can't worry about it. So Detroit, good job. That's gonna hurt our President's Trophy chances right there. All right, so let's just get to when Swayman comes back from injury. Game up against the Winnipeg Jets. They beat us last time. Kesselring's been injured with a pulled groin, so that will put Lamella in there. I'll replace him. Lamella gets a -2 on the third line, so yeah, the injuries are starting to hurt us a little bit here. 7-4 victory against the Jets. The Tampa Bay Lightning at 500. The Jets are a good team. That's the one we got to worry about. The Tampa Bay Lightning, we defeat them 4-3. The Jets again. Very good team. We beat them 8-3. So after losing 2-0 to the Jets at the beginning of the month, a 7-4 victory and an 8-. They were angry after that game against Detroit. The Toronto Maple Leafs, Matthew Nyes tearing it up over there with Nylander and Marner as his wingmates. And then you got the St. Louis Blues. All right, hang on. I'll just wait on you. We'll get one more game done, and I'll do the line changes. All right. So by the All-Star break, we are 39-10-2. Only 12 losses. After, what is that, 51 games, something like that? We are playing very well right now, ladies and gentlemen. 80 points. Yeah, I got a 9-point gap over the Panthers. The Panthers have overtaken the Red Wings in the Atlantic, so the Red Wings have slowed down a little bit there. So let's simulate all the way up to that Nashville game, see what kind of line changes we got. And we almost got the trade deadline, but I really don't think we're changing much here. Levatori's been injured with an MCL sprain. Sorry about that. There you go. All right, so now we're back against the Nashville Predators. So let's do a little look-see on the team stats, the player stats. He's already a 40-goal scorer. What in the hell is that first line doing, man? All right, so point totals. Goals for per game, we're still above 4. That's beautiful. Goals against per game, still way in first. for our division. Power play percentage, not in the 30s anymore, but still 1 for every 4 power plays. That's still good, 27.6%. And the penalty kill percentage, 85.4. So the team everywhere on paper looks absolutely stellar. Here we go. This is gonna get interesting here. All right, so forward, 76 points for Vesey. My God, 39 goals for Vesey already. Cooley with 67, Laine with 65, Curry with 34 points, 34 assists, 42 points in 51 games played. But look at the plus minus. That's the difference, right? In previous years, we tried Michelli. The goals were there, the points were there, but the plus minus was like -1. It was like, what the hell is going on? All of a sudden, you put a grinder on that first line, and they just start to go off, man. Curry with the hits. You want to see Curry's hits? All right, hang on a second. Hits, Curry, 139, baby. Raimo Curry just throwing the body around there like a madman. That's great. Norrinen, oh my God, look at Norrinen. Norrinen shoots the puck? Or he's just got great shooting percentage. Maybe it's just luck. Norrinen up to, is he grown at all? Low elite. All right, Norrinen. I knew that his passing would be good. At the passing at 97, the fact that he's a playmaker. Norrinen's not that bad. Well, remember, we are giving him power play time. 9 points on the power play, so that's helping out. Dylan Gunther, no power play points. Josh Doan, no power play points. Again, we could grow these guys if we want, but we're focusing on Norrinen and Sivan. Sivan, 32 points. 17 goals. Yeah, what do you guys think about Sivan? He's doing a good job back there. And his shooting percentage is 14.7. Nabokov, I don't need Nabokov for anything but defense, so don't worry about point totals for Nabokov. And Crosby, he got a goal, ladies and gentlemen. He got a goal. Defenseman, hey, he's never going to finish a year. But I'm not going to say it. 35 freaking plus minus. Kurtz is just incredible, and Swaywall down. So hang on a second. I just want to put this in perspective again. The entire NHL plus minus, Andreas Kurtz, better than Alexander Barkov. Andreas Kurtz, baby. Oh, a top for plus minus. That is unreal. All right, so yeah, I guess we're just taking it to the trade deadline and see what potential trades we can make. I like this team. I think the future is bright. We're not at that point where it's all in. You know what I mean? You want to defend the Stanley Cup, but you got the 8-year window right now. The all in is like the final 3 years of this 8-year window before you have to organize the contract situation again. I want to play our young players, so let's just keep it going. Nashville, they're a good team. Calgary, not so much. The Nashville Predators in our division. Edmonton Oilers have fired head coach Karol Antonovich. Yeah, I should have done that a little bit earlier. Oh my God. McDavid getting coaches fired still. 5-4 loss against the Predators, up against the Flames. Swaywall might be back soon. Hang on. Oh, back-to-back losses, and Jeremy Swayman couldn't have come back any sooner, my man. There you go. Let me get him back in there. Back in there. Kesselring, you goof. Kesselring. Was he back from injury? I forgot to put him back in. My bad. Hang on a second. Lumala. There you go. Get him in there for Kesselring. Good call. Good call. Goaltenders. How many games has Hines played? He's played 8. Just a few more. Just a few more. So Cornyn, you're back in there. Or you're out of there, sorry. For Swaywall. There it is. I also wanted to bring this up. What are you guys thinking about this Lumala guy? We picked him up in free agency. It's an interesting player. Now, if pinch cycle was where we were going, I'd want to hold on to this guy. He's physical. He's got good defensive stats. We can definitely grow him, but I just don't know where to play him. Like, he works on the penalty kill as well, right? An interesting spot to put him would be on the first line, right? Because now you got the offensive defenseman and the defensive defenseman, and the chemistry is enhanced. Then if Kurtz gets some X factors, bang, that might get to +3, +4. I don't know if this guy's going to grow. The problem is that we're in Stanley Cup winning mode, and so it's not like we have a spot for him on this team, right? So it's like I gotta keep Werenski in there, and if I play him on the third line because of his pinch cycle, he hates the third line, so it just doesn't work out there, right? Can't really get him on the second line with Lindstein, so I can hold on to this guy. We'll see what the future holds, but he's already 23, which means he's gonna lock in at a medium top 6 or a medium top 4 eventually if I don't play him. But it's an interesting piece. It's just I don't know what to do with it. Kesselring is absolutely the right call right now. But it's like if all of a sudden we moved on from Werenski and Chychrun next season, maybe he's somebody that you play. But then we're giving up to our chance to win Stanley Cups, right? And like I like my team right now, but it's just something I thought you guys could keep your eyes on. Crosby, is he down to a 77 now? When I picked him up, was he 79? Is he down to a 77? We might want to think about still getting that fourth line in case Crosby is not up to the task for the playoffs. All right. And then I got Swayman in there as well. I got Swayman in there, right? He was 78. Now he's down to 77. Okay. He has been 77. Okay. I'm seeing so many numbers out there. It's hard to keep track of them all. Swayman is in the net with Hines. All right, good. Okay, so Swayman and Hines are back in there. Let us just continue the simulation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get all the way up to the trade deadline, and we can jump in there and see what we got. The Columbus Blue Jackets with Mikko Rantanen. Not a good record for them either. 4-0 defeats. Yeah, we got to watch out for the St. Louis Blues here. Our division, is it just stacked? 29, 19, and 5, and the St. Louis Blues are what in... Yeah, look at that. Our division with the Wild, the Predators, the Jets, and the Blues. So the Blackhawks with Bedard. I mean, everyone is at 500 or better in our division. So I guess I've been beating our division and just keeping them all down there. So the St. Louis Blues, every time we face our division, it's a big game for the other team. Big win for the St. Louis Blues right there. The Vancouver Canucks, 7 games above 500. Don't know much about their team. They don't have Quinn Hughes anymore. That's a shootout victory. Game against Carolina, game against the Columbus Blue Jackets. I know Carolina still has 3 90 overall players on their first line. I think it's Aho, not Teravainen, Aho, Natchez, and there's somebody else there, I forget. The Pittsburgh Penguins. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So potentially Crosby's last game in Pittsburgh. Let's have some fun with them. All right, I'm going to use him on the power play, and I'm going to use him on the first line. All right, so Crosby in there with Curry and Vesey. Don't worry, Crosby. Curry can protect you. And the power play, Cooley, you're out of there just for one game, buddy. Just for one game. We're going with Sidney Crosby. Jump in? Yeah, we will jump into a real-time simulation so I can take a look at the stats at the end of the game. All right, so what could be Crosby's last game in Pittsburgh? It's the send-off, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Cooley's going to lose like 3 overalls. No, it's one game. Relax. All right, in Pittsburgh, Crosby, can he have a big night? Imagine the game winner or something. If it went to overtime, I should make sure the overtime lines are good so he gets out there. But Gabriel Velarde is going to open up the goal scoring for the Pittsburgh Penguins, followed up by Patrick Laine. There you go, Patrick Laine. Scoring on Tristan Jarry. Yeah, look at the shot totals. We're just outclassing them. Ooh, but a ballbuster goal there with 18 seconds left by Pavel Buchnevich. And another goal by Pavel Buchnevich. I shouldn't have got ahead of myself. I said we were destroying them. Apparently not. Well, you can take this either way. You know, what's better for Pittsburgh fans? If Crosby comes back in his last game and Pittsburgh wins, or is it better if Crosby comes back and wins against Pittsburgh? I don't know. It can go both ways, ladies and gentlemen, but Norden gets them back within 1. All right, here we go. Crosby, third period. We need a little bit of the old Sid the Kid, the old magic. Can he find it here, ladies and gents? Third period, Logan Cooley on the fourth line. He still got it done. Power plays everywhere. What are we doing? Stop it. Stop taking the freaking penalties, man. Oh, my God. Oh my God, are we going to be able to jump into overtime? All right, hang on, let me stop it right there. If I stop it at 19 seconds, I can make sure that Crosby is on the first line for overtime. He's going to be so slow. So, ladies and gentlemen, Sid's last game in Pittsburgh. 32 seconds left. Crosby's out there, baby. Sid wins the faceoff. Kurtz over to Vesey. Game winner on the stick of Crosby. Vesey walks out, backhander. Get in there, Sid. Sid the Kid working the boards in Pittsburgh. You know he's done this before. He's stuck in Gretzky's office. No, not like this. Bernard Docker walking in. Centers it. Byram, backdoor. Oh, what a save on Stranges. Swayman, shot, Swayman making saves. Oh my God. Oh my God, gotta leave him out there. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I don't even know. Forecheck, offensive zone bias, forecheck. Yeah, aggressive, whatever, who cares? Aggressive, yeah. First line, what can they do? Crosby, defensive zone faceoff, loses it. 3 seconds, no! Byram, thank God, stripped off the puck by Vesey and Curry. And we're going overtime, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to overtime. Can Crosby win it on home ice? It would be so good. So I got the first line out there with Crosby. We already edited the lines. Oh my God. Crosby and Vesey. 2 first overall picks. Uniting, baby. Here we go. Crosby loses the faceoff. Oh no, they got the puck first. but Kurtz takes Buchnevich off the puck. Puck's in deep. Veshy's in there as well. There you go, Kurtz. Win that puck battle, Kurtz. Win that puck battle, Kurtz. Win that. No, he doesn't win it. Bowen Byram centers it. Jared Veshy picks it up. He's all alone. He goes out wide, though. Jared Veshy centers it. Oh, no. Oh, Crosby, what are you doing jumping up in the rush? Buchnevich for Pittsburgh. Kurtz on the back check. He turns a breakaway into a hard shot. Swayman. Anderson, what a save. Crosby, get it out. Crosby passes it up to Veshy. Veshy, you got Kurtz. Kurtz in alone. Crosby with the apple. Kurtz. Oh, what a save. Oh, I didn't tell him to change. Crosby, that could have been Crosby. I didn't tell him to change. No. I didn't tell him to change. Oh, my God. I didn't tell him to change. That would have been him up next. Bunting centering at line A. All right, boys, get it up the ice. We can still win it for Crosby. Werenski, you had a breakaway. Tristan Jarry moves it up. What a pass by Tristan Jarry. Gabriel Velarde across the blue line, 2-on-1. What in the fuck happened there? First line, get back out there. First line, calling a timeout for Sid. Calling a timeout for Sid. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Calling a timeout for Sid, baby. First line. Yes, sir, you know it. You know it. Oh, it's so bad. Adam Wright, tell them what to do. Pass the puck to Sid and get out of his way. This is his game. Pass the puck to Sid and get out of his way. He knows what to do. Full forecheck, baby. Full forecheck. Here we go. Face off. Crosby wins it clean. Yeah, you know. Oh, Kurtz with the turnover. No, Kurtz. Bunting. Pinned to the board by Crosby. Crosby still playing defense. Kurtz, break it out. There you go. Andreas Kurtz. Look at the speed. Andreas Kurtz off the right wing. Kurtz stops up. Kurtz looking. Shot. Oh, my God. You're supposed to have big tipper. Veshy not block it. Veshy. Crosby. Oh, my God. It was right there. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if only they almost did it? One more chance. One more chance, Crosby. Win the face-off. Back to Kurtz and shoot it for the win. Crosby loses the face-off, and we're going to have to go to a shootout, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that would have been amazing. That would have been just absolute stellar. Oh, Veshy tried. Crosby just doesn't have those same young hands. I mean, that's prime Crosby. That's in the net. Look at Veshy. He gets off. He knows he's trying to find Crosby. He finds him. Oh, my God. Who was that? Gabriel Velarde. Enough of an interception to stop that puck. Crosby had to find it. I don't know if he would have been able to score anyways. Tristan Jarry got there pretty quickly. Oh. All right. Well, he's on the shootout, ladies and gentlemen. Crosby is in the shootout. So what will he do? He's shooting second, baby. He can get the game winner, maybe. Cooley, you're on the fourth line. All right, you were more than willing to give Crosby your spot. Now go up there and help the guy. Cooley, in. Oh, through the legs. Oh, my God. Cooley, nice try, I guess. What the hell was that? Buchnevich for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Goes out wide, shoots it. Swaywall with the save. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a stellar career. They're on their feet in Pittsburgh. Crosby's last chance on the ice. And he gets saved. Oh, it's not meant to be. 42-year-old Sidney Crosby just doesn't have it. But here's the new captain, Michael Bunting. Get robbed by Swaywall. Veshy, you can still salvage this for Crosby. You can do it. Captain Veshy, he can do this. He can do this. Jared Veshy, in alone, snipe. Unbelievable. This guy in a shootout is an absolute sniping beast. 99 shot power, 99 shot accuracy into the roof of the net. Come on. Last game in Pittsburgh. Let's get Sid a win. Let's get Sid a win in his last game in Pittsburgh. It's Bowen Byram. Swaywall, this is all you, buddy. Bowen Byram in. Deeks, Swaywall with the save. And Sidney Crosby is going to get a win in Pittsburgh in his last time there. Nice job. Why are we getting Gooley fucking selling? Whatever. That's a W, baby. Crosby, thank you. All the fans in Pittsburgh are clapping on their feet, celebrating what a fantastic career was played by Sid the Kid Crosby. Okay, so a wild overtime and shootout win there against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Crosby had his moment. The storylines would have been absolutely fantastic, but Jared Veshy still delivered the win in the shootout. Swaywall made the save, and Crosby's last game in Pittsburgh is a win for Sid. So that's great. He's back down to the fourth line now. Cooley's back in there on the power play lines. Yeah, Cooley's back in there, and Crosby is off. All right. Shootout lines. Now we're okay. Oh, shootout lines. All right. That's actually not a bad idea. 3-on-3 lines and shootout lines. Yeah, I should take care of it while we're here. We are going for that President's Trophy. Extra lines. Let me see. Cooley and Vesey, that's fine. And then the 3-on-3 lines, Cooley and Vesey, that's fine. Extra attackers, Vesey and Line, yeah. And then the shootout, Cooley, Line, Vesey, Curry, Kurtz. Yeah. All right, good. Was it edited in game, John? It won't change? Oh, right. It was just the, right. Okay, cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we are almost at the trade deadline. Let's just get to it. Let's get to it here. Yeah, 2 more games out west. Well, I mean, we're in the Western Conference. Koivu down there in the AHL. Don't worry about that. The Vancouver Canucks, that's an 8-2 loss. My God. Followed up by a 5-3 win over the Edmonton Oilers. The Las Vegas Golden Knights, what was their record? 24. Where are all the good teams? I'm looking for good teams here. Hang on a second. The Bruins are killing it. The Panthers are killing. It's the Atlantic. The Atlantic is on fire right now. The Maple Leafs, the 5th best team in the Atlantic, are 9 games above 500 without the overtime losses. The Central Division is tough as well. The Pacific is absolutely horrible. The Flames, Canucks, and the Ducks, they're barely just above 500. The Metropolitan has 2 good teams in the Metro. So a lot of the teams are in the East, man. A lot of the teams are in the East. So, we are here at the trade deadline. Jared Vesey with 43 goals on the year. Yeah, I think it's a guarantee that he's going to get 50, might even get 60. We are 3 points ahead of the Bruins. So now the Bruins are fighting for that. The Atlantic is crazy. So when you look at our team, I don't want to make any crazy trades this year. I don't want to bring in anyone to help the team. These guys they've earned the right to try to repeat this squad. So I don't need anyone for the top 6. I love my third line. I want to give these guys the shot. Fourth line, Gregor. Monahan, I like. If we want to get a replacement for Crosby, because he is 77 overall, an 80 overall depth guy who maybe kills penalties and also wins faceoffs, might think about that. And defensively, a replacement for Kesselring, because last year Romanov was our worst defender, right? Was it Romanov? Because you still had Hughes in there. Yeah, Romanov was like our worst defender at like 82. So having a good blue line might not be a bad idea. So if we could upgrade to a defenseman that has the 3rd defensive pairing with penalty kill, maybe, but okay. All right, they're saying trade Gunther and such. No, we're definitely not doing that. So let's just advance and head into the trade deadline, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to keep the current trade block. Let's see who is available. It should be interesting here. So year number 6, Travis Sanheim, the Edmonton Oilers, they're full-on rebuilding. 88 overall, top 4 defenseman, $6.6 million. Could be nice, but that ain't going to work for us. Zegras, $7.125 million. That ain't going to work. Tuck, $9 million from Washington. That ain't going to work. Josh Norris, $8.4 million, 1 year left. That ain't going to work. Farabee, Hannafin, Goudreau, Morgan Riley, 7.5 mil. That's a cheap price right there, maybe as a depth defender. Washington Capitals trade Brandstrom, a 4th and a 5th to Calgary in exchange for Jonathan Huberdeau. Huberdeau is going to the Washington Capitals, ladies and gentlemen. They get rid of that huge salary. Hang on a second. So Washington, 33, 24, and 5. Yep, they got Tim Law over there, OV 2.0. They got McKenna, and now they pick up, where is he? Huberdeau. Only at, actually, is he on a new contract? He might have been on a new contract. Only at 7.450. Trade alert, the Montreal Canadiens trade a 2nd and a 2nd to Philadelphia in exchange for Joel Farabee. Oh, man. So, Montreal picks up Karpatsev from us at the beginning of the year, and now they pick up another 2-way forward on the wing. With that blue line that they have, watch out for Montreal, I'm telling you. What about Morgan Riley here? What do you want from Morgan Riley? I have to take a look at his strategies and everything. Lindstein in first, no. Savard, Stillman. Edit trade. Let me see what I got here. Let me see. If he's pinch cycle, I'm looking for somebody who works on the, if he's pinch, ooh, he's got a gold X factor. That could help out with chemistry. Yeah, it's to say it's pinch cycle. That's why it's defensive pairing number 1, and it's not penalty killing lines. Nope, that ain't it. That ain't it, ladies and gentlemen. That is not it. Power play merchant. Don't need a power play merchant. I got Kurtz. We don't need anyone other than Kurtz. Nope. All we need, I'm not overpaying this year in the trade deadline. I'm getting somebody 83, 82 for defense, and then like 80, 81 for the forward core. So like Lawson Krause, no, don't need you. All these guys, I don't need you. So I'm looking for defense right now. Taves at 83, 2 years left at 7 mil. Nope, don't need you. Don't need you. Center, we got to trade. The Kraken, hang on a second. The Kraken trade a second and a sixth to Philadelphia in exchange for Andre. Oh man, Phillies looks like they're unloading as well. Hang on a second here. Veleno Middleton, 1 year left at $5 million. Edmonton is rebuilding. 1 year left. What was his stats looking like? Hang on a second. I think I remember looking at Middleton once before. Seconds, edit trade. I got to look at his. I got to look at his chemistry and such. Yeah, because they're not in the playoffs. Ooh, defensive pairing number 2. That one and penalty killing lines. That's the one. That's the one. Just a nice 1 year rental. So hang on a second. Trade alert. The Ottawa Senators trade Lacombe, a 4th and a 5th to Chicago in exchange for a 2nd and a Finneganoff. Okay. I have Capo Caco for depth. Oh, that's true. I do have those guys down there in the AHL, but I want to let them play in the AHL. I'm just thinking of like chemistry-wise, right? Penalty killers. Like we already have our team, but if injuries happen, Vetrano, 35. Here, hang on. No, oh man, I wish I could just select their damn face from this screen. That is so frustrating. Vetrano, traded by the Washington Capitals. Don't know anything about him. Yeah, so you know what? I'm thinking of that defenseman. I'm thinking, because the forward core I think is all right now. I'm thinking of that defenseman. Because he works on the penalty kill, and if he's going to work on the second line, then more than likely he'll work on the third line as well, because it won't be pinch cycle. Pinch cycle only works, so him and Gooley then on, yeah, that's nice. I think I'm going to go for Jacob Middleton here. Okay, so let's make a trade. Let's make a trade, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Middleton, has he been extended at all? Let me just do my due diligence here. Trade alert, the Colorado Avalanche trade Devin Taves to Vancouver in exchange for a 2nd and Shelops. All right, they get rid of their goaltender, Shelops. Probably not very good in this universe, but there you go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so hang on a second. Let me sort by Middleton. No extension on Middleton right now. So if I'm going to trade Middleton away, a defenseman. Gooley, I'd like to keep. Yeah, it'd be Lamala. It'd be Lamala. Young defenseman of the future. This is the one. This is the one. Don't need him for this year. Don't see me needing him for the next few years, and he's going to lock in, give him to some other team. Pittsburgh's going to trade Joseph and a 3rd to Chicago in exchange for Gurianov. All right, so Lumela. It'd have to be one of those defenders, guys. So it's either going to be, I have to trade a roster defender. I'm not going to send him down to the AHL. It has to be, I'm not getting rid of Warinsky, Kurtz, Chikrin, Lindstein. Gooley looks like 83 overall. That's last year's Romanov for us this year. Kesselring is the guy who's cheap that we know works, but I'd like to upgrade. It's Lamala. It's Lamala. It is. It's not a fit, and it's a young player for their player. This is almost straight up. So you know what? Just to make sure that I don't get into any problems with the salary cap, I'm going to ask them to retain half as well. I think that's a straight up. That's a young prospect, and they're getting rid of a rental that is 34 years of age. And let me take a look at his individual stats here. Yeah, good skating. A little low on the discipline rating. 100. Oh, my God. All right, that is something I didn't see. Are we okay with that? Playoff stats. Penalty minute in the playoffs. Ooh, a lot of penalty minutes right there. He takes an insane amount of penalties, John. Yeah, all right. So Middleton is on my mind. That was one thing I did not like, all right. Lindgren, 3 years left at $5 million. Not looking for that. Carlo, 1 year left. Oh, Brendan Carlo, same thing. Okay, hang on. Brendan Carlo. A right-handed defenseman. Let's see. Oh my God, that's even better. Okay, you guys were on to something here. That is even better. Fits on the 3rd defensive pairing and all penalty killing lines. That is the guy. All right, so exact same thing. Lamala. Yeah, I want to make sure I want to go through with this because another team could steal that from me. Let me cook, ladies and gentlemen. Let me cook, defenseman. Lamala. There you go. Let me cook. Now, they don't want him. Let me cook. They don't want him, so I'm going to have to find something else here to make this thing go through. I will retain half the salary. And if there's any prospects or anything that you want that I could part ways with, I mean, we got all those defensive prospects down there in the AHL. If they want any of those guys, I'd be willing to give them up. So skaters matching the block. Let me see. Uh-oh, hang on. Anaheim, trade alert. The Ducks trade Cale Addison, a 4th, and Cale Fleury to the Colorado Avalanche in exchange for a 2nd and a 5th. The Avs are trying to make the playoffs here. So Larson, Jokinen, Tukinen. I want to hold on to these guys. Savard, I want to hold on to him. Lundqvist, there you go. Koivu and Lundqvist. These are the 2 guys. They're playing the AHL. They're not going to grow. 2-way forward drafted in the 2nd round. And Koivu is a sniper drafted in the 3rd round. All right, so I'll give you. There you go. So now you're getting 2 young prospects with a defensive prospect as well that they want. I think that's enough. Check the penalty minutes for Carlo. All right, good idea. Only 37 compared to that other guy. He was fighting that other guy, man. Only 37. That's perfectly fine by me. I feel like we're fleecing them a little bit here. Carlo does have some okay, let's give them the high elite goaltender prospect Blomqvist. He has been replaced by our 2 high elites, right? Let's give him the medium elite. Sorry. What do you guys think about that? Blomqvist in there as well. All right, now I can maybe, yeah, that's not that bad. Blomqvist, we have our goalies, guys. We have too many of them here. Definitely helping them out. Edmonton would have too many goaltenders. Okay. So if they have too many goaltenders, give me back you. 79 over. I know. Give me back Lindgren. There you go. Blomqvist. Do Stillman instead. No, Stillman can stay. So let me just think about this. Carlo retained. Carlo is a good player. And I got to do this quickly. 84 overall. Lamella is an 81 overall low elite. They start playing him immediately. Pinch cycle. It could work out. So that's a good piece. Trade alert. The Colorado Avalanche trade a 2nd and a 2nd to Ottawa in exchange for Josh Norris. Jesus. Colorado is loading up, man. Lundqvist and Koivu are nothing pieces. I just want to get rid of them, and they want them. And then Blomqvist is the, so they're getting a nice piece on the blue line. They're getting a nice piece in the net. They've got to develop them. There are no guarantees here for Brendan Carlo. I think that's a good one, and I will add in a draft pick as well. I'll give them a 6th rounder. All right, there you go. So they're getting a little bit of everything. The LA Kings trade Lafayette, Mikheyev, and a 6th to the Pittsburgh Penguins in exchange for a 2nd and a 4th. All right, so Twitch, are we good? Let me know. Lamala and Blomqvist, basically, for Brendan Carlo. Brendan Carlo is a proven blue liner. He could probably get a 1st for some other teams. I am not underpaying. I am not fleecing them. What do you guys thought? Get a 3rd back? No, they wouldn't want to give up any draft picks. Green light. Red light. All right, so if I'm seeing red lights in there, that means that I'm overpaying, and you guys know GM Superbman always likes to overpay, so I don't get accused of fleecing the system. So we are going to trade Lamala, Lundqvist, Koivu, Blomqvist, and a 6th for Brendan Carlo from the Edmonton Oilers. Will it go through? Trade accepted. The Edmonton Oilers fans are going to be cheering in the streets when we announce this deal. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so you guys can say what you want. You guys helped me out with that trade in a big way because it was the Twitch scouts last year that suggested Lamala. So that is now turned into Carlo, which helps out our playoff run for this year, and we really did not give up too much. Trade alert. The San Jose Sharks trade a bunch of picks to Calgary in exchange for Enlund. All right, so I'm going to do some power of video editing right now, YouTube, and I'm going to take my insults and my criticisms from my Twitch and YouTube scouts right now, who are saying Johnny is an absolute moron. Oh my god, literally took, I don't know, between 10 and 15 minutes to edit all the lines. EA Sports, you got to have something in there. Something where one player just gets taken out, or make it so at the beginning of the season I can create a default lineup and then just copy and paste at any time, man, like a best lines, but instead my line. Jesus, it took forever. All right, but there we go. We got Brendan Carlo. Unfortunately, he was not good on the 3rd line, but it's not horrible. That's what I was looking for out of Middleton, right? If they're good on the 2nd line, then I knew this is what he'd be. I thought it might be good on the 3rd line, but Brendan Carlo at 84 when Gouli at 83. Now that blue line is looking like it's ready for the playoffs, right? And the penalty kill now. The penalty kill is even better. So +2 with Gouli and Werenski on the 1st line. +2 with Carlo and Chikrin on the 2nd line, and then +2 with Kurtz and Lindstein on the 3rd line. So our penalty kill is the best it's been. Ready for the playoffs and everything. We got the chemistry up there. Goaltender Swayman is back in there. We're also going with Coronin now because Hines has played his 10 games. So my pet project has completed what he needed to complete this year. I just thought about something as well. So Hines doesn't get his name on the Stanley Cup, right? Because even though he played the whole year with us, I then sent him down for the playoffs, so he's not a part. So Hines, even though we won a Stanley Cup, you got 0 rings, buddy. It's gonna happen again this year, potentially. Alrighty, so there are the changes. We got the end of the regular season, ladies and gentlemen. How many games left before? We got 20 games remaining, and we have a nice little, oh, actually, nice little, no, the Bruins are right there. 3-point advantage with 1 game in hand against the Boston Bruins. Oh, another game against Pittsburgh, but it's at Utah, so we did have Sid's last game in Pittsburgh. Maybe Sid can get a few points against the Pittsburgh Penguins there. So I'd love to win the President's Trophy, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you just got to get it done in the playoffs. So let's see what we got here. The Anaheim Ducks fighting for a playoff position. With our new team, we lose 4-3. Ugh. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Maybe I shouldn't have made any trades. I feel like that blue line is still better, though. The Bruins win another game, only 1 game behind us. The San Jose Sharks, they're going to get another top draft pick this year, along with the Ottawa Senators. It's ridiculous. 3-2 win. There you go. The New York Islanders. All right, so with what's his name on our team, Brendan Carlo, they look like a good team in the East. Let's see what kind of simulation we get here, okay? So Brendan Carlo makes our third line. Oh, Matias Maccelli, of course, right? Of course it's going to be Matias Maccelli scoring on his old team to open up the goal scoring here in the first period. Good job, Maccelli. But Jared Vesey answers back for his Utah Yeti almost immediately. All tied up at ones here. All right, so I just want to make sure that we can compete well, and also Brendan Carlo with the penalty situation. We avoided Middleton from the Edmonton Oilers because of how many penalties the guy took. I want to see if Brendan Carlo's taking something similar. He is a defensive defenseman, but his penalty minutes weren't that high. So many damn penalty minutes here in the second period. These two teams chippy, going back at one another. Engvall scores, Kampf scores. There you go, former Toronto Maple Leafs. Noah Dobson gives the Islanders a 4-1 lead. Look at this. Look at this. How many power plays happened there in that period? No, it was only a Brendan Carlo hooking and a Norton roughing. All right, so no, it wasn't that bad. Third period underway, ladies and gentlemen. Can your Utah Yetis storm back? I don't like to see games like this. We really didn't even have games like this in the playoffs last year. The games that we did lose, it was like a 1-goal game, right? Before we finished the last 15 games, 13-2 to win the Stanley Cup. And those 2 losses, I'm trying to remember. One was in overtime to the Rangers, and then another one was against Nashville, right? So this is a big loss. This is a big loss to the New York Islanders. Look at them. They scored. They scored goals. 6 goals scored. That's a little bit interesting. Now, when we simmed against the Detroit Red Wings, right, we didn't have Swayman in the net, but they exploded for offense. And now again, we jump into the real-time simulation, and a team scores 6 goals against us. Interesting. Any -2s in there? A bunch of guys. Yeah, a bunch of guys. Well, we're not going to go crazy with it. Islanders, congratulations. They got the win there. Maybe our boys are just, they don't care about the President's Trophy. They're not showing up. That's 2 regulation losses in the last 3 games. Colorado Avalanche, you know they're trying to push for that Stanley Cup playoff position. Let's see, let's bury them, man. Levatori, that's down there in the AHL. Oh, my God. All of a sudden, with the trade for Brendan Carlo, your Utah Yeti have lost 3 in regulation of their last 4. Have we messed with a good thing here? More importantly, did I mess with the good thing of the line change situation? I should have just left it. We should have just left it. Oh, God. The Vancouver Canucks, 32, 27, and 8. Let's see. Get out of there. You go. 7-4. Come on. Let's go on a little winning streak here. I don't even know. I'm not even going to look at the standings. All right. I know if we're going to win the President's Trophy, we got to win a crap ton of games because Boston and those other Atlantic teams are right behind us. The fall of the New York Rangers. Are they in the playoffs? The Rangers are, where are they? The Rangers are in 6th, currently not in the playoffs. Back-to-back against the Rangers. We beat their dreams last year. 3 President's Trophies in a row and then a trip to the Stanley Cup Final. This could be the end of the New York Rangers. Let's see. Oh, man. Tony Jokinen's been injured with an injured wrist. I'll replace player down there. That's a 3-1 loss against the or a 3-1 win against the Rangers, I should say. Followed up. All right, so they split the series. Maybe they can still make the playoffs here. I'm not seeing a President's Trophy if we keep on playing like this. 101 points. We are ahead of the Boston Bruins, who have 11 games remaining. We have 12 games remaining. If we're going to win, we got to win like 8 of those final 12 games, for sure. For sure, we got to do it. The Nashville Predators, they are in the playoffs, looking to hold on, though. Big game for them. They get the points. Yeah, these games are not big for us. These big games are huge for all these other teams. They're bringing their best up against the Anaheim Ducks. That's a threat. 6-3 victory. Roster management. That is, I'm going to go best lines for the AHL. Make sure that all the best guys are in there. Yeah, the Oilers, they are finished, man. 27, 42, and 5. Is Leon, Draisaitl, and McDavid going to be trade bait this year? My God. Let's see. Can we beat them? Charlie Lindgren's been injured with an injured hip. Charlie Lindgren, that's Tucson? Yeah, that's got to be Tucson. Yeah, 5-1 loss against the Oilers. I'm not feeling President's Trophy here. Up against the Carolina Hurricanes, 5-4 loss. Yeah, ever since we got Brendan Carlo, that sim has changed a little bit. 104 points, but we have clinched the playoffs yet again in year 6. So your Utah Yeti are 6-0 under GM Superb, man, trying to make the playoffs. 104 points. Yeah, we're 2 points behind them now. Any games against Boston? No games against Boston. Pittsburgh, Crosby against your old team, buddy. Come on, show me what's good. 7-4 victory. All right, I'm not even looking. Up against the Philadelphia Flyers. They're below 500 with that record. Charlie Lindgren, Tucson, best lines that's a friggin' victory, 5-3 over the Flyers. Let's see, 108 points. Oh man, they jumped out to 112. Yeah, we just lost too many there. I told you we'd have to run the table. All right, so the LA Kings and the Anaheim Ducks, we got to keep on winning if we want that President's Trophy. 6-3 win, but a 5-3 loss against Anaheim. There's a potential 8 points remaining on the table. 110 points, and the Bruins are at 116. The Bruins just stopped losing games. It is over, ladies and gentlemen. They'd have to only get 1 more point, essentially, and we'd have to win the last 4 games. Nope, the Boston Bruins. That's all right. That's all right. I'm fine with that. When we got second best in the NHL 2 years ago, it didn't mean anything. All that matters is the playoffs. So best lines for Tucson, 5-3 victory over the Nashville Predators. End of the year. Let's see some of these playoff matchups. The Wild look like, the Wild have clinched the playoffs. So this game doesn't even matter for Chase Davidson. So let's just get through it. Chase. 3-2. Oh my God. Are we due for a friggin' playoff matchup against the Minnesota Wild? Up against the Dallas Stars. Where are the Stars? The Stars are hoping and praying. Yeah, they get a win here and they tie the Blues at 91 points. Huge game for the Dallas Stars. We could play spoiler though. Dylan Guenther's been injured with the concussion. Estimated return is May 19th. My second line takes a big injury. My penalty kill takes a big injury, and it's till May 19th. That one hurts, ladies and gentlemen. Dylan Guenther was huge for us in the playoffs last year. So let me just replace the player. That's a 4-1 victory against Dallas. They got pissed off that we eliminated them from the playoffs, and they took it out on Dylan Guenther. Those absolute pricks. Yep, the Blues are not even in there as well. The Bruins at 118. All we can do is get to 116. Last game of the regular season up against the Avalanche. Where are the Avalanche? The Avalanche holding on to a playoff spot. This is huge. This is huge for them. We can bury them. 5-1 loss. Oh no. Did we just let the Avalanche into the playoffs? Does that mean we're going up against the Avalanche? Oh no. Oh no, the Avs made it back into the playoffs. That means McKinnon and Makar. Hang on a second. 56 goals on the year for Jared Vesey. Didn't quite get to 60. Hang on, I can go another day. Here. Yeah, we're good. What about Tucson down there? Tucson 38, 24, and 6. They're not in the playoffs just yet. Hang on a second. Advanced day. What do we got here, ladies and gentlemen? What do we got here? And in round number 1, they made the playoffs, and we got the Colorado Avalanche. Oh, the team that swept us out of the playoffs year number 1. But that was a different team. We didn't have Vesey. We didn't have our captain. And they loaded up and they made it. So I got to go up against 2 96 overall players. Oh, crap. Well, that's enough. That's enough for the playoff sim. It really is. All right, so save it. Let me save it again just to lock it in there. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, no. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, your year 6 Utah Yetis. Once again, the second best team in the NHL. Let's see. The second best team in the NHL. Second best team in the NHL. Oh my God. Goals for per game. Best. Man, Boston's right there though. Goals against per game. We're down there. Yeah, we're allowing a little bit too many. That might have been Hines though. Power play percentage. Let's see, 27. The Yeti at 26.5%. Very nice. Penalty kill percentage, 82. That's good enough for me. All right, and our last 10, that was key. Our last 10, Utah Yeti. In the last 10, 5, and 0. Yeah. Definitely had a great start to the year, Brendan Carlo. But at least the real-time sim and the regular season sim are two different animals. So if you want to make the argument that Brendan Carlo slowed us down, fine. But there's no doubt that he's going to make us better for the playoff sim. I'm fine with that. Okay, let's see the forward core here. So there you go. The assists finally showed up for Jared Vesey. All right, got one more. So he's been improving every single year. 45 to 50 to 55 to 56. But now the assists are there as well. 105 points on the year and a plus 27. So everything from his goals to his assists to his points to his plus minus have been going up every single season. That's great to see. Nice job, Jared Vesey. Patrick Laine, 101 points again, 47. Cooley with 98 points. Norinen down there with 59. Norinen, Dome with 59. Curry with 57. There you go, Raimo Curry. Yeah, definitely slowed down a little bit there after the trade deadline, but I'm all right with that. Great job. 440 shots for Vesey. I'm telling you, man. It's something about Curry doesn't shoot the puck, and he creates offense for Vesey on that first line. So we did something crazy. We did something crazy with those two. Nabokov, Crosby, way to go, Sid. 19 points in 48 games played. Way to go, Sid. Defensively, oh yeah. Kurtz will never have a 50-assist season. Kurtz will never get it done. Blah, 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 blah. There you go. 63 points on the year for Andreas Kurtz. Any X Factors? No X Factors just yet, so still waiting on those ones. Swayman, 47, then maybe a Vezina Trophy, another one for Swayman. And Hines and Corton, 874. Corton, you're not looking good here, man. You're not looking good. So let's take a look around the entire league and see what's going on, shall we? Vesey is your Art Ross champion. Vesey is your Maurice Richard champion. Vesey might have won the Ted Lindsay, and he might have won the Hart Trophy. What a freaking year for Jared Vesey. Now we just need some hardware in the playoffs. Now we just need... He's here. He's arrived, ladies and gentlemen. Bear Ernie, 52 goals. How many years left? In his second season, man. He's 91 overall in his second season. Oh my God. And he only needed to take 297 shots to get 52. Vesey was at like 440 and all he got was 56. Oh no. Oh no. It's next year it's on. Next year it's on. Assists go to Nick Suzuki. Yep. Plus minus in the NHL. Ooh, yeah, Boston just turned it on after that, man. My God. Best shooting percentage? Yeah, that's not gonna be a good one to look at. All right, very good. Let's take a look at the defensemen. Oh God, here we go. McCarr and McKinnon. That's enough fire. Oh man, why do they have to make the playoffs? McAvoy, Hughes. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? He's moving up. Yep, Kurtz is up there. 63 points. He's not on the top list just yet, but he's moving up there, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be there soon. Goals? Maybe Kurtz is up there for goals. Let's see. Kurtz, 15. Well, how many goals did he have again? 15 or something? I can't remember. Maybe he's more of a passer than a shooter. And last but not least, goaltenders, Jeremy Swayman. The most wins in the NHL, and yeah, probably, unless it was Sorokin with that save percentage of .917, I think Swayman is going to win that Vezina again, back-to-back years. Rookie skaters, let's see. Jani Norrinen. Yanni freaking Norrinen, drafted in the second round in 2026. He beats out Tim Law. He beats out the first overall pick, Patrick Hanzus. He beats out Edgar Yakupov. Oh my God, we got a rookie of the year in Yanni Norrinen. So, to put that into perspective with you guys, you think I made the right choice? Because there was another guy who would have been on the third line right wing position with power play time if I chose to go with them, and that was Sergei Karpatsev. Sergei Karpatsev had a 32-point season, 13 goals, 19 assists, and there's that shot percentage of 8.8 with 148 shots. Let's see, how many shots did Norrinen have? 148 shots for you. Norrinen had 162 shots. All right, so maybe he is more of a shooter. I was wrong about Norrinen. He's a playmaker with a shooting category, and his shooting category isn't very good. But he's got passing. I don't know what to make of Norton. I do not know what to make of Norton, man. That's a weird one. That really is a weird player. We got some weird players on this team, man. All right, so last but not least, I've already said that, but I'm going to say it again. Progress reports. Do we have any growth here? Veshy, 18, just statistical growth. Yeah, statistical growth there. Line A, no, he wouldn't have any growth. Kurtz, statistical growth. Yeah, statistical growth there. Curry, lots of, oh my God, statistical growth from Curry, yes. Doan, Gunther, these guys are probably dropping off. AHL, let me see, sort by elites. High elite, oh my God. My heart dropped. It said high elite. I thought one of my defensemen turned to high elite there for a second. Oh my God, that would have been amazing. So Ludman is growing. Tukkanen, we played Tukkanen in the NHL. Look at all that natural growth. Should Tukkanen, I mean, he'll be ready for the fourth line again next season, so maybe we played him enough. Larson, a little bit, only 70 overall. I don't know. I don't really see much down here. Do you guys see anyone 73 overall? Paulson? Some natural growth. Yeah, we're really not getting any. Like, you know how Nabokov jumped immediately? You know how Curry jumped immediately? Kurtz as well. He got up there. None of these guys are jumping up to the high 70 overall range. Even Zadorov, who stopped after that. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So the last thing I can leave you with, I think I already showed you after the trade deadline, but the team that we're going up against in round number 1 of the Year 6 playoffs is the team that kicked us out of the Year 1 playoffs in a 4-game sweep where we only scored 1 goal. The Colorado Avalanche. And I don't care about the rest of their team. They got that on the first line, and they got that on the first line, which means their power play has got those 2 individuals that can just go off at any time they want. Goaltender, oh, it's all written. The former Utah Yeti that we traded for Jeremy Swayman. It's all there. It's all there. So if you're still here, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. You can join, become a 2BC member as well. Make sure you don't miss out on the live stream. That is going to be tomorrow, beautiful Saturday afternoon. And we're going to see if the Utah Yeti can defend their Stanley Cup and go back to back.